Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly, and anchor babies is the subject of today's Talking Points Memo. So President Trump says he's going to sign an executive order eliminating the law, which is written into the Constitution, that anyone born on U.S. soil is automatically an American citizen. The President believes he has the authority to negate that law. So let's go over it. In 1868, two-thirds of the states ratified the 14th Amendment. That says, if you are born in the USA or a naturalized citizen legally, that you are entitled to citizenship. 1868. Now, the reason that this was put into the Constitution and ratified again by two-thirds of the states is that after the Civil War, some slave situations, some states, territories, counties, were still denying blacks, even though they had been emancipated, any kind of citizenship at all. So, Congress, with Andrew Johnson as president, after Lincoln was assassinated, wrote up the 14th Amendment. Now, Johnson didn't want it, but he was being impeached and he was on the skids. He didn't have any moral authority at all. Southern states didn't want it. They wanted to continue to suppress blacks, they being the state legislatures. But two southern states were forced to ratify the 14th Amendment because they were occupied still by Union forces, and they said, you better ratify it. Well, there's going to be some trouble. So they did. Now you flash forward to today when millions, literally millions, of illegal aliens have brought children into the United States, and many were birthed here. So when I say brought, they were pregnant. Women were pregnant when they came in, all right? Or they were illegal when they came in and got pregnant here on purpose so their children could be American citizens. This is a loophole. It's a loophole, no doubt it is. But they know they're protected by the 14th Amendment. So President Trump says, look, by executive order, I'm going to knock that out because my counsel tells me we can make a legal case that if you are illegally in the United States, you don't have the constitutional protection of the 14th Amendment. But unfortunately, you do. You have constitutional protections across the board, even if you're here illegally. So you have to go by our justice system. You're innocent until proven guilty if you commit a crime. All of that applies to you, even if you're here illegally. So, the President says we're going to give it a go. We're going to try to knock out the so-called anchor babies clause in the 14th Amendment. Right away, Paul Ryan, Speaker of the House, a Republican, says you're going to lose. But you can't do it. Now, where do I come down on this? I do believe the Supreme Court will uphold the 14th Amendment. And it will get to the Supreme Court. If President Trump signs the executive order, which I don't think would be a good thing to do, by the way, because it just puts more ammunition in, the hate Trump movement. If I were the president, I'd be going for overall immigration law reform and maybe try to get something about anchor babies inside that law that would be ratified by Congress, signed by the president. Now, if he loses the House, that's gone, but he could regain the House in 2020. So I think it's not a winner legally unless the 14th Amendment is ratified again. You make a change by two-thirds of the states, and that's not going to happen. I mean, they wouldn't vote for it. Is the anchor baby situation bad for the USA? Yes, it is. Because it's rewarding bad behavior. It's rewarding illegal behavior by mothers who come here and then give birth. They're rewarded because their offspring is an American citizen. Thereby, it makes it more difficult to deport the mother or the father or whatever. So you're rewarding bad behavior. That's what you're doing by this. The whole thing is a complicated legal situation. If I were advising President Trump, I would say don't write that executive order. Ultimately, the Supreme Court will most likely rule against you. Yes, it would gin up your base. Yes, Trump supporters would like it. But in the overall scheme of things now, I don't think this is the right time to do it, and I don't think the president would win in the federal court system. And that is the memo. I'm Bill O'Reilly for Newsmax, reminding you that we give honest top-flight analysis every night on BillO'Reilly.com. So we hope you go there and check it out. Also, my new book, Killing the SS, The Hunt for the Worst War Criminals in History, #1 in the country nonfiction book. New York Times list verified that on Sunday. We hope you check that out. You can read an excerpt on it free on BillO'Reilly.com. And I've also posted the audio. I do the audio book of Killing the SS as well. You can listen to some of that. All right? We will see you soon.